What's up, Internet? I'm Matt Brickman. This is the 734 from WCCO. I know most of you are on your way to work, maybe getting back to school after spring break. So let's get you started with today's weather. And thank goodness this nonsense is done. This is what was happening yesterday afternoon. That snow moving through during the evening hours as well. It didn't really amount to much, but I think everyone and their mother ran outside with their phones and took pictures or video to document, yes, in fact, it was snowing. That is done. We are seeing clear skies right now, cutting through the Twin Cities, clouds north and south of us, and those eventually kind of take over a little bit later on into the afternoon. Right now, this is what it looks like in downtown Minneapolis, 31 degrees. Skies are pretty clear, and that weather watcher is red with a warmer day ahead. We're in the 30s yesterday, so it doesn't take much to improve on that. 47, our high this afternoon. We do have a chance for a little bit of rain and snow in southern Minnesota tonight, and then a pretty nice day on tap for tomorrow, at least a little bit warmer with some more sunshine. All right, well, it is April 1st, April Fool's Day. A good reminder to have your guard up, be on the lookout for pranks. Brands love to do this, right? Just really bad tweets all day long. Tinder took a swing this morning, announcing height verification for their app. They say most guys who say they're 5'10" are actually 5'6". They call the new feature, quote, the thing you never asked for but definitely always wanted. Oh, he seems pretty biased against short guys. This is cute, but there have to be better pranks out there, don't there? Maybe you even pulled one. So that's what I want to hear today. I want to see your best April Fool's stories. Share your pranks with us. We will not prosecute. Leave a comment on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll share some of those coming up in about 4 minutes. Okay, in the news this morning, a trial starting today in Minneapolis is going to make headlines in Australia. Jury selection is today in the murder trial for former Minneapolis police officer Mohammed Noor. Noor is charged in the 2017 death of Justine Ruszczyk-Damon. His attorneys haven't said whether he'll testify at trial. A top criminal defense attorney says the case can go either way.
The jury is going to have to believe that this fellow had no intent and was not negligent and thought he was doing his job. And he's extremely sorry that this happened.
Noor has pled not guilty. The trial is expected to last week, so stay with WCCO for the latest on that. Heads up if you're flying today. A bunch of major airlines like United, JetBlue, Delta are experiencing technical difficulties, and that's causing major airport delays around the country this morning. There are delays in Chicago, Atlanta, New York, big hubs, so you might want to check on your flight status before you head to the airport today. Flooded rivers in the Twin Cities are about as high right now as they're going to get, and that includes the St. Croix River in Hudson, Wisconsin.
The view is so different. Like everything you normally see is just gone, and it's just so crazy to see it completely disappear.
In the 10 years we've been here, this is the highest that it's been.
The National Weather Service expects the St. Croix to slowly fall, but could still be above flood stage this time next week. And it's not just Hudson. In Bloomington, the Minnesota River is up to the old Cedar Avenue Bridge. Yeah, you can see that there. In national news, President Trump is threatening to shut down the southern border as soon as this week. The Department of Homeland Security says it's experiencing what they call, quote, a system-wide meltdown. That's due to a surge of illegal border crossings. The president's aides say he is not bluffing. Democrats call the idea totally unrealistic. Former Vice President Joe Biden is defending his interactions with women after a complaint. Democrat Lucy Flores from Nevada says Biden kissed her on the back of her head in 2014. She says it made her feel uneasy, gross, and confused. Biden says he doesn't believe he's ever acted inappropriately. A lot of people are sharing this story online. Rapper Nipsey Hussle was shot and killed in Los Angeles yesterday. Police say the shooting happened outside his clothing store in L.A. 2 other people were also shot. All 3 were taken to the hospital where police say the rapper died. He's only 33. In a statement, Hussle's record label says he was an amazing father and leader in his community. Well, what's wrong with Mick Jagger? The Rolling Stones announced this weekend that their tour is postponed while Jagger gets some medical treatment. They just didn't say what for. Now, Jagger is 75. The Stones didn't have a stop playing in the Twin Cities, but tickets for the shows will still be good at the rescheduled dates in other cities. Back in Minneapolis, the Final Four is set. Virginia, Michigan State, Texas Tech, and Auburn. No Duke, no Zion Williamson. I'm devastated, at least for that. Auburn and Virginia are going to be the first game on Saturday, then Texas Tech and Michigan State follow that 40 minutes later. The championship is on Monday, and this is all going down at US Bank Stadium. You can't score tickets to the game. If you can't do that, you can watch all of them here on WCCO. All right, let's get back to today's talker. It is April 1st, April Fool's Day. So we've brought in a fool. I'm sorry. That is the hackiest thing. Eric Henderson is here, our web guy.
You should call me Cole, because then they would be like,
that'd be the joke, and
what
they'd hear
happened
your
to Cole's
voice.
beautiful voice?
I know, it's yours instead. Are you an April Fool's guy? Do you do pranks? You don't strike me as that sort of guy.
No, I make fun of everybody every day of the year.
That's more fitting, I think. We've actually had a bunch of good interaction here with some pretty good pranks.
Yeah,
what
check
are you
out
seeing?
this April Fool's joke. Bobby says, "Beautiful morning. I am not falling for that one, Bobby Joe." It's not a beautiful morning out there. Okay, we have a couple actual ones. Terry's a fan of the old Vaseline on the door handle.
Ugh, gross.
Jen Holes said she was once given a fake parking ticket for parking in a parking lot. She was mad and sad.
Ugh,
and she almost paid it.
I love this one from Farian. Told my mom I was pregnant and not to tell anyone. She told everyone it was a test and she failed.
I think actually she just got one upped. And Matt talked about the T-Mobile phone booth edition.
Yeah, I mean, we always see big companies do this, and
it's kind of like the Netflix Twitter account interacting with you.
Yeah, good. Have fun. Be careful out there today. Just, have an eyebrow raised. That is it for the 734 from WCCO. Most of the Twin Cities are on the go. Make us your home for mobile news if you haven't already done that. We'll be back here tomorrow at 7:34. Until then, be nice to each other on the internet.